or for lack of a better term, there was a party, if you will. If you ask me, right, I grew up watching wrestling, and there was a time that I want to think about when I look at Drake. I look at Drake and Lucian Grainge like Bret Hart and Vince McMahon. I remember a time when Vince McMahon reached a crossroad with Bret Hart, which was one of his top superstars at the time. I believe Drake to feel like Bret felt in that moment with the belt, with all the streaming numbers, with all the accolades that go along with being the face of the rap world or just one of the bigger artists in the world. Vince McMahon creeped down to the squad and one of the best in the business. But I want you to understand that all those people that screaming A minor and they're sending a clear message by playing the PDF file part of the actual song where they're calling Drake out his name while there's an ongoing lawsuit. You can't send communication and say, yo, NFL, F Drake, play it at the Super Bowl. But once you see us green lighted at the Grammys, you know what that means for the Super Bowl. Kendrick Lamar. We want to start with congratulations to Kendrick Lamar as he did a clean sweep and he left the Grammy. He left the Grammys of 2025 with 5 awards. So we start with congratulations to Kendrick. He's on a generational run. He show up to the Grammys in a Canadian suit. It's important for him not to look too joyful because he been anti-corporation. He can't just run up there and take all the awards and look like a fool and say, oh, he just wanted the keys to the front door. He didn't want to burn the house down. Oh, Kendrick just wanted the keys to the front door. So he got to come up there on some super cool, too cool for school. That's going to keep him in, right? Pay attention.
Oh, what the deal? Hey, what's up? First and foremost.
So I'm going to push back a little bit on what everyone else is saying. A lot of the music people are saying, yo, they're not going to support it. I think with the ongoing litigation, Drake is trying to put them in a trick bag because if they don't pull the moves that they usually pull for this album, then it's abundantly clear that they're doing it on purpose. Then you got certain people like Akademiks with these unfounded, unsubstantiated claims that he's talking to record labels and they're telling him that they're gonna sabotage Drake. Picture that. Picture someone at a record label with the power to sabotage Drake telling Akademiks, the speaking for Drake, that they plan on sabotaging Drake. Picture that. These think I'm Susie Sauce's head, don't it? These just be talking. But if you don't know no better, you don't know no better. His wife, his new wife, is a shot at Kim. I think that he still thinks about that. I think that he wants Kim to know that that thing I done for you, I can do for anybody. That Skims thing or whatever that is, I can do that for anybody. Because I think that Kanye West feels like Kim Kardashian feels like that most of her fame, fortune, and notoriety comes from being a Kardashian, not from being a West. And Ye is so much of an ego nigga that he thinking, man, that shit come from being with me, not around over there with them. Don't nobody else got it like you got it. You only got it like that because I gave it to you like that. You ain't get it like that because I got it like that and gave it to you like that. So now you got it like that. But don't get it mistaken. I take Kanye West to be an egomaniac to be saying what? Everything that Kim got going on design wise and all of her look and her style, that was me. And I'm going to show Kim that by making that her. She is the new Kim. I'm going to have paparazzi out on her, and I just showed y'all I can make her the most Googled person on the earth while wearing Yeezy.
It's Up There Podcast.
All right, let's talk about the Grammys. For people who do not know, last weekend was the Grammys. A lot of people say they got it right for once in a very long time. A lot of people enjoyed it, although ratings were down, I believe, 7% from last year. So the Grammys did a good job. It tried to integrate people from the culture, but it didn't seem to translate into viewers for whatever reason. But if you ask me, For the clips I saw, it was a pretty good Grammys. I didn't watch the entire Grammy award ceremony, but I did catch some of the pre-Grammy show and also some of the Grammys in and out as I was doing a few different things. I want to get right into, what the culture has been discussing, which has been Kendrick Lamar. We want to start with congratulations to Kendrick Lamar as he did a clean sweep and he left the Grammys of 2025 with 5 awards. So we start with congratulations to Kendrick. He's on a generational run. And I think if we don't acknowledge that, we're doing a disservice not only to him, but to his team, because they're putting on a clinic as what it means to clean up and play maintenance man after you catch a body. So we want to be clear about that. But we also want to address the elephant in the room and give him some peanuts. We got a lot to talk about Kendrick Lamar. Number one, he won 5 Grammys in one night. I want to put that in context for you guys. Drake has a total of 4 Grammys, and that's despite numerous nominations. Also, a few other people. Kanye West has 22 Grammys. Nicki Minaj has 0. Beyonce has 28 Grammys. Jay-Z has 24 Grammys. And that's just to put in context, where Kendrick Lamar stands on that totem pole. But he got 5 in one night, which means he got more than Drake has in his entire career in one night off a song that is aimed at Drake. And so, man, it's hard for you to convince yourself that you're bigger and better than this guy when they're giving him all the awards that are supposed to indicate and go to the top dog in the game. And traditionally, they've given to the top dog in the game. And so, one thing I do want to say about Drake, he has to be careful how he responds to people who interact with not like us. We're about to look at a couple of different acceptance speeches from Kendrick Lamar because I want to deal with a few things as it pertains to what I have saw. The question came up, has Not Like Us been overkill because it has won so many awards? It's been pushed in your face and it's been worked in a way like a hit single. It has not been worked in the confines and under the parameters traditionally that a diss record is worked in. And so I think if you highlight that, some people who are Kendrick fans, they'll look at you and say that you're making excuses. And so that's why I believe the way that Drake reacts to people is very interesting and important, because he got to be careful that he's not viewed as lashing out at everyone, even the people that just like the song, because the casual fan can't distinguish and know the difference between whether Drake is attacking people because they like the song or because they calling him a pedophile. And we'll get to that in just a second. Kendrick Lamar is about to win the first award that we're going to talk about today. And this is his acceptance speech in a Canadian suit. Pay attention. I want you to take note to the entire crowd. How they're standing up, cheering, screaming A minor. You got Beyonce dancing to the record again. This is a slippery slope because as someone with an ego like Drake, you got to distinguish, are they dancing because they just like the song or because it's about me? You know how everybody laughing, like y'all laughing at the Joker because y'all think y'all what y'all doing. You see what I'm saying? A nigga say, hey man, dude nose big in a month. Nigga laughing, damn, is he funny or do I look funny for real to y'all nigga? So Drake in his mind with everyone who he thought he had a relationship with, he now has to distinguish what? Is it the beat and song they like, or is it because it's about me they like it? But I want you to understand that all those people that screaming A minor and they're sending a clear message by playing the PDF file part of the actual song where they're calling Drake out his name while there's an ongoing lawsuit. Again, when you are a corporation of this magnitude, you can't send communication and say, yo, NFL, F Drake, play it at the Super Bowl. But once you see us green lighted at the Grammys, you know what that means for the Super Bowl. Even if he don't play it, that's his decision. But you know, if I'm playing it at the Grammys, I'm letting you know that it's green light on doing what you do at the Super Bowl. But the people that's there clapping their hands and dancing and moving around and shaking the tail feather, them is the button pushers of the music business. Them ain't no fans. See, the casual looking, he think, oh, everybody just banging to the song. Boy, them the people that green light your budgets. Them the people that put your dick in the dirt if they think they don't believe in you no more. They can stop your funding. So these are the decision makers, the higher ups that's in the crowd that's dancing. That's a different signal. And on top of that, out of all parts of the song they can use, what part did they use? You're trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They trying to rage bait him. See, he got to be careful they don't rage bait him. See, the new thing is, and the media been doing it for years, but if you're a black man and you live in a high class neighborhood, you understand what rage baiting is. Cause they'll come do something to you or end up on your property, and because how you respond, they'll say, "Oh my God, you're overreacting." I'm overreacting because of how you approach me about living in a neighborhood that you think I ain't able to live in. So what kind of reaction? You wanted me to be very demure, huh? Nah, I ain't gonna be very demure. You dealing with the high ups. So when I'm telling you, yo, I don't need nobody in the neighborhood. I don't give a fuck who the neighbor is. It could be John Gotti. It could be Barack Obama. I don't want to meet the neighbors. See what I'm saying? Everybody got a big house. Everybody family around. I don't want to meet nobody. Give me a minute. I'm just not transitioning. I don't want to meet nobody. I don't want to have nobody around. I don't need no pie. When I first got the crib, them folks, they start pulling up with things. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to them. You know what I'm saying? I respect it, but I'm saying, you know, I'm just that kind of individual. But these are the button pushers of the music industry. These ain't the people who just are powerless while they're enjoying your song. These are the people that all the rest of your music buddies is praying that these folks right here like the song. Cause boy, when they like the song, you change your life. Yeah, nah, when these people right here that's in the Grammys, all these button pushers that's on the first level of the Grammys, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Lucian Grainge, Dr. Dre. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. When these people believe in you, it changes your life. So all your rap friends, that's who they hope and believe in them because it green light everything. When you look at Kendrick, and we about to get back into the video, when you look at him, guess what you notice? He don't give Drake fans nothing to go out for. He don't give them the selfie in the mirror, and then they get to say, "Oh man, then he got black fingernail polish." It's just normal to you, whatever you doing, isolated in your little world. But he gives Kendrick fans things that they can pick at. Kendrick don't give them nothing. Every time he pop out, there's nothing to really go off of. There's nothing, no indicators, no signaling. So he playing chess while you playing checkers, but he rage baiting you. He must understand that you emotionally triggered, because people who've done a lot for people, their emotions get involved, because you can't pay me to do what I done for niggas. It ain't a number you can put on what I done for niggas. They can bring me their whole bankroll. It still ain't enough. Cause what I done for niggas was something nobody could do for them but me. And so sometimes you become emotionally involved, and so you become affected when things outside of your control start affecting how people treat you. Damn, y'all gonna go left because of what they said? I ain't done nothing. Y'all gonna just up and disappear and jump ship cause what niggas told y'all? Cause niggas got y'all going left on real niggas? Some hearsay? Y'all ain't gonna bring it to the table. Y'all ain't gonna bring it to the high ups, huh? You niggas like little boys, they can tell you niggas which way to go. You like water, they tell you which way to flow. You better figure it out and get a backbone. But Kendrick never give them nothing. He show up to the Grammys in a Canadian suit. It's important for him not to look too joyful because he been anti-corporation. He can't just run up there and take all the awards and look like a fool and say, oh, he just wanted the keys to the front door. He didn't want to burn the house down. Oh, Kendrick just wanted the key to the front door. So he got to come up there on some super cool, too cool for school. That's going to keep him in, right? Pay attention. Kendrick feels like You know, in my mind, I'm thinking I'm gonna do this again though, because I think somewhere in his head, even though he's accepting all of this, it's part of the journey, but I think he put an asterisk beside it, knowing that Drake is involved in this. It's like, you know, I'm slaying a giant and I'm the weapon. You see what I'm saying? But I think in his mind, because he's done it before, that's the thing. You know, hopefully this doesn't backfire on Kendrick and he's just known as the Drake guy, Drake's nemesis, versus his illustrious career and what he's been able to bring to the actual industry and to music and to people's lives, because he's been effective with a lot of different records and a lot of different genres, a lot of different sounds. But the success he's gaining right now, I wonder, is this going to be the cornerstone, you know, of his career? But in the back of my brain, I think he says, I'm going to do this again. That was an award for Record of the Year. Usually that goes to the writers. Usually that's an award that is designated for the people who would not usually get that recognition. Song of the Year is usually for the rapper or for the artist, singer, otherwise, who's performing the actual song. But Kendrick Lamar, again, had a clean sweep. So he won Record of the Year with Not Like Us. And then he turned around and won Song of the Year with Not Like Us. Pay attention. I do want to note, they did not play the PDF file part through every award. So they did not give overkill. They played different sections of the song. And so legally, it'll probably a lawsuit if he's trying to sue for something like that. So let's just say Drake puts in his lawsuit, they played it at the Grammys. They're going to say we picked parts of the song and just played it. Different sections at different moments for different awards. The guy was so successful, we could not go around using that part of it. The guy won 5 different awards that night. We couldn't use the same section. Guaranteed that'll be what they say. Pay attention. Look at Taylor Swift. I want to go back a little bit to this frame right here and give a salute to Kendrick Lamar. In this moment right here, he could have been selfish. He could have had a certain look on his face. He smiled, dude shot his mother out, his son. This was a very important moment. Again, he does not give Drake fans anything to go off of. In that moment when he could have looked like, yo, bro, we can't be doing it like that, or bro, like some of y'all suckers do. See, some of y'all suckers get booed, and some of y'all suckers, he's sitting there happy for them dudes. Get your shine on. We did this together. Even if that's not what he feeling, that's what he presenting, and that works. It's working. Because when I seen it, I said, man, I really fuck with dude because of that. I really fuck with how he let his homeboys get off right there. And he ain't really do no hating or no, he ain't look no way or try to shortcut him or cut him off or cut him down. He embraced them. He shined with them and he smiled through the process. I keep telling y'all, bring back niggas that's willing to help, man. Bring back niggas that's happy to see other niggas get to where they at. Cause right now in the culture, boy, we got niggas that'll get in the room, shut the door, drink out the well and spit in the water. Yeah, they'll drink out of the well and spit in them. But yeah, I don't want nobody else get nothing from that but my people, me and my people. Now, let some other people eat. And you ain't got to always eat with people for them to eat. Show them how to get a fish instead of giving them fish. Damn, you ain't got enough money. Show them how to get some money. That's what my goal and journey is, man. I'm going to show how to get some money on, man. I ain't going to try to help niggas get some money. Be happy for niggas. Salute to Kendrick for that moment, for sure.
Somebody get the broom out.
That I like, again, respect the art form. Rap culture it is the culture. It's the heartbeat of the music business. And it also controls culture. And I think that those who try to undermine that, don't respect that, and won't deploy the common sense needed to understand how one hand wash the other and both wash the face. If they don't get out the way willingly, they have to be removed. And it sounds harsh to a person that is non-confrontational, but in business, ask America. Sometimes there's confrontations. Sometimes there's battles and wars. We do everything to try not to go to war, but in the event a war pop off, we will send them nuke. We will defend ourselves, our people, our interests. You dig? Our allies. And so respect the art form. You know, I look at Kendrick winning 5 Grammys. I look at Lucian Grains giving Dr. Dre a high five as Kendrick Lamar is being called up as he wins award after award after award. And I look in the crowd and all the movers and shakers, the doers of the industry, the smackers of the industry, the people that green light the business, that can change your life. All of those people are in unison, in concert, celebrating. The Grammys is usually very demure, usually very laid back. But for lack of a better term, there was a party, if you will. If you ask me, right, I grew up watching wrestling. And there was a time that I want to think about when I look at Drake. I look at Drake and Lucian Grains like Bret Hart and Vince McMahon. I remember a time when Vince McMahon reached a crossroad with Bret Hart, which was one of his top superstars at the time. Bret Hart had the belt. So this was Bret Hart leverage. I ain't gonna go out there and stay down for 3. He would push back on any storyline that placed him in position where he would lose the belt, because then he would lose his leverage, because the storyline got to make sense for all the people who don't know that wrestling is a storyline. And so I look at Drake and I remember there was a match where Bret Hart was in there doing his thing, right? And again, for people who do not know, I don't want to tell you Santa Claus is, but you shouldn't be watching me if you don't know wrestling is fake. But wrestling is a storyline. It's almost like reality TV. And so Bret Hart had the kind of endurance to understanding like, yo, I just will never stay down for the 3 count, which ends the match. There was a wrestling match where Bret Hart was going up against Shawn Michaels. It was on pay-per-view. And I believe it was called an Iron Man match. So you look at Bret and Shawn Michaels and you look at Kendrick and Drake. Or Vince McMahon is Lucian Grains. So fast forward, 60-minute match. They get down. They've told Bret Hart, you're going to retain the championship belt. Don't worry. We're with you. They're being deceptive. Bret Hart don't know this. So what Drake is saying is going on is though, yo, while me and Kendrick is in here, which will be Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels is in here fighting, guess who creeped down to the ring? This happened on Bret Hart. Bret Hart in there fighting. Vince McMahon creeped down to the ring. Vince McMahon creeped down to the ring while you in there squabbling with one of the best in the business now. Vince McMahon creeped down to the ring. You squabbling one of the best in the business. Vince McMahon scream, get down to the ring. Dude, put you down, do a little move. Vince McMahon called a match. Hey, say, he quit. They called the match. They effectively cheated him out of the belt, out of the storyline. Now, Bret Hart ended up spitting in Vince McMahon's face, and Bret Hart is Bret Hart. But I say that to say, I believe Drake to feel like Bret felt in that moment with the belt, with all the streaming numbers, with all the accolades that go along with being the face of the rap world or just one of the bigger artists in the world. Right? I've lit a bunch of careers. Dudes went on tour with me. Nick careers birthed off songs with me. Like, I put a lot of work in, made a lot of money. I got every accolade that Bret Hart had. But Nick, time for us to have another champion. The betrayal that Bret Hart felt, Drake feels. Bret Hart was down with the WWE for 15, 20 years. Top of the ranks. Losing the belt when he really don't want to lose it. Going along with the storyline. Not understanding why. Breaking his back. Getting strung out on pills. And because whatever he was requesting in the business, They decided to X him out. So when you look in the crowd and you see the celebratory behavior and the panegyric behavior, if you're asking me, this is them ripping the belt from Drake and giving it to Kendrick Lamar, which is a star in his own right. And if you ask me, I think he got enough pride that at some point he started to push back on that a little bit. Like, yo, get off me with that Drake talk, man. Really sick of all that Drake talk. I didn't need Drake for this. I think he gonna push back on that at some point, because it's becoming abundantly clear that they're trying to hallmark his career as the giant slayer. And I think he's more talented than that. I think he want to be known by much more than that. And that's just if you asking me. Now, you also had an announcement from Drake and PartyNextDoor that they're set to release the collaborative album called Some Sexy Songs for You on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2025. And so a lot of people say that, yo, man, Drake shouldn't drop this. Drake shouldn't drop this. If you ask me, I think Drake is dropping this trying to put Universal in the trick bag, and I don't think they going in the trick bag. I think they support this album. So I'm going to push back a little bit on what everyone else is saying. A lot of the music people are saying, yo, they're not going to support it. I think with the ongoing litigation, Drake is trying to put them in the trick bag, because if they don't pull the moves that they usually pull for this album, then it's abundantly clear that they're doing it on purpose. Then you got certain people like Akademiks with these unfounded, unsubstantiated claims that he's talking to record labels and they're telling him that they're going to sabotage Drake. Picture that. Picture someone at a record label with the power to sabotage Drake telling Akademiks, the nigga speaking for Drake, that they plan on sabotaging Drake. Picture that. These niggas think I'm Susie Sausage Head, don't they? These niggas just be talking. But if you don't know no better, you don't know no better. You can't really keep running around saying that shit while litigation is going on. I wouldn't be surprised if someone tap Akademiks on the shoulder. Yo, provide some proof of that. Provide some proof of that. I disagree with him even being told that. But he's trying to shield his artist, his favorite artist. A lot of the shit is counterproductive. Again, if you're asking me, Drake and PartyNextDoor with the release of Some Sexy Songs for You on Valentine's Day places Universal in a very unique position. If they don't press the buttons, and he can prove they don't press the buttons that they usually press, I'm usually on this playlist, I'm usually there. Look, they're doing this. That goes back to the zero sum thing that he was speaking about. Again, I think I'm seeing him try to tie it in real time. I'm gonna use the fall off to prove that y'all trying to make me fall off. It's what it feels like. I guess we'll keep watching for that. Also, we'll get to Casanet at the Grammys. Salute to Casanet. Proud of you. I know you want to be at the Grammys. I know you love for your family members to see you elevate, and we support everything you're doing. But we're gonna have a conversation about the Grammys and what they tried to do with Casanet. That's gonna be a conversation we have soon. Maybe not today. But we're going to have a conversation about, what they were trying to do with Casanet. I think that was nasty what they was trying to do. But this project with Drake and PartyNextDoor is a sacrificial lamb. I dare Universal not to do the right thing. I dare them to write while we're in court and in litigation. I dare them to show the courts that they're not going to press the buttons they've been pressing for 15 years for Drake. I dare them. The interest is going to be there, period. You cannot fool me that the interest is going to be there. I dare them to play the game right in front of the court's face. They'll show me they powerful. If they that powerful, I'll back up. But, man, I don't believe Universal Music Group is going to play in the court face like that. So for all y'all that's running around saying they're going to sabotage, that's my pushback on that. It's a sacrificial lamb. Also, before we move on from the Grammy topic, because I'm about to get off of this and we got one more topic for the day. I want to talk about Babyface. Salute to the legend Babyface. Babyface was in an altercation with the Associated Press reporters while Babyface was responding to a question. The reporters interrupted him to call out to singer Chapel Roan, who was passing by. Demonstrating grace, Babyface stepped aside, allowing them to proceed with the interview that they seem to be after. Let's pay attention to the video.
It's interesting.
Chapel.
It's interesting. You guys want to do that? Go do that.
This moment from an interview with Kenneth Babyface Edmonds on the Grammys red carpet has gone viral, with many expressing their outrage at how the music legend was treated. The music producer and singer-songwriter stopped to do an interview with the Associated Press. A couple of minutes into the interview, reporters spotted Chappell Roan and shouted at her to get her attention despite Babyface being mid-sentence. The interruption led to an awkward moment with Babyface deciding to leave the interview.
Can you talk about just this new trend that we're seeing in R&B, where we're seeing more of a fusion? We're seeing people blend the genre with pop, blend the genre with hip-hop and rock as well.
Yes, I think it's interesting. You guys want to do that? Go do that.
So sorry, Babyface. I'm so sorry. Hello! How's it going, Chappell? Hello!
Many online are commenting on the viral moment, including some famous names. Khloe Kardashian reposted the clip on X and wrote in the caption, "This is so disrespectful how Babyface was treated in this interview. Babyface has had such a significant impact on the music industry in so many ways. It's maddening to see a legend not get the respect and attention they deserve. He is a pioneer and deserves so much better than this. With decades of groundbreaking work as a songwriter, producer, and performer, he's shaped the sound of multiple generations. I love you, Babyface, and I am a forever fan and thankful for all that you have blessed us with. By the way, what a class act you are. P.S. Big or small, old or new, you don't treat people like this. At least not in my eyes. There's a way to handle this, and this was wrong in my opinion." Dionne Warwick expressed her disbelief over the moment, writing on X, 13-time Grammy award-winning Kenneth Babyface Edmonds? Am I seeing this correctly? Near the end of their broadcast, the reporters did acknowledge the moment and apologize.
Thank you, but first I wanted to say that I'm really sorry about interrupting Babyface earlier. Chappell Roan had come up and there was a lot of commotion, as there is on these carpets, but I'm a big Babyface fan, and as are we all, and so I just wanted to say that I really apologize. But thank you so much for having me, you guys. It's been great.
Thank you so much,
Krista. It's been great having you on here, and you know, one thing, as I pull the mic up, as I was going to say, on these carpets, wild things sometimes happen that are out of our control. We've got, directors in our ears telling us to wrap it up. Oftentimes we want to continue those conversations. I really still want to hear Babyface's answer about women in R&B progressing. We talked to him last year about it, and he had beautiful responses to it. Looking forward to interviewing him in the future. He is also, again, one of my favorites. Created a lot of great music for some of my favorite artists as well. A true legend. It's unfortunate that I was involved. A part of that. I should have done more to stop it, but it is. I'm very happy that he stopped to talk to us in the first place.
And also, and it was unfortunate, but also these things happen. A lot of times we're not having live shows, so I don't want to say it's infrequent, but it does happen sometimes. And there's so much craziness on the carpet that sometimes things happen. But we love Babyface, we love Krista, we love our little trio that we've had today, and we've loved talking to you guys.
The Associated Press also addressed the criticism, writing on X, "We are deeply sorry for cutting our interview with Babyface short on our YouTube live stream of the Grammys red carpet. We have apologized to him through his representative and to our viewers on the live stream." Babyface gave the statement to People magazine about the incident, saying, "The best part of the night was reconnecting with old friends, meeting new artists, and feeling all the love in the room. That's what I'll remember. That's what it's really about. Music is bigger than any one moment. Much love to everyone who won and everyone out here making great music."
I'm not gonna lie to you, P. That was disheartening. I'm not gonna lie to you, P. I knew the live element is always a thing, and number one, this young lady, her job, she'll never be back on the red carpet again, at least not for Associated Press. She's fired. You know what I mean? She's definitely fired for that. The backlash they got. Even the young lady beside her recognized that, yo, man, and I'm a big fan of Babyface. I should have did more to stop it. It was just an abrupt reaction. The girl just fanned out, and she probably didn't mean no harm, but it was harmful. Intent does not override result. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. You know what I'm saying? And so the apology was warranted. I don't feel like Babyface was respected in the way he should have been respected. I grew up off Babyface, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I was real little, Babyface was one of them ones, you know what I mean? And I heard Joe Budden say that Babyface shouldn't even be stopping for this Associated Press or speaking to the media. And this is where I have to push back on that, because while the Associated Press was wrong for how they handle Babyface, there's a flip side to that. If we start dealing with these artists with this braggadocious, pretentious, arrogant, bombastic pieces of shit attitude, then we're going to stop being able to even do business in a way that helps one another. Right? I think it's disgusting for an artist to act like he's too big to come and speak to the people that cover the music. I just think that's disgusting. And so I wouldn't parade the opportunity for artists not to talk to the media while being media. These are things I never understand. I heard Yachty the other day say streamers are bigger than rappers. There's only 2 streamers bigger than rappers, and that's only a few streamers. I wouldn't even be, as a rapper, saying that about streamers. I get it. Kai them is your boy, big them up, salute to Kai. But I'm saying there's something about being a part of the people, or being a part of the community that you're downplaying, right? So if I'm media, I can't hear people say that Babyface shouldn't even be speaking to media. I push back on that. You should be speaking to media. Media has to do a better job at respecting the boundaries that the traditional media has always put in place, which is you don't abruptly in an interview like that no matter what, right? You be professional. And I think that the live element always affects that, because they could have cut that, you would have never saw that, and Babyface would have just been moving around with a story in his head about, man, I was with that shit, man, and that's what they done to me. And it's so embarrassing. You maybe never talk about it in public. You maybe tell the people you love and a couple of people, but you maybe never come out in public and say, man, one time I was on the red carpet and some unknown girl was interviewing me, and she just mid-conversation hollered at another artist in the middle of me answering. Right? But he kept it clear. He kept it big dog. He just bowed out. Oh, man, go ahead and do that. That's cool. Again, if I'm the Grammys and we're covering the Grammys and we're covering the artists and we're covering the music, I think you have a responsibility to speak to us, especially someone like me. If I'm covering the culture every single day, it's a spit in my face not to sit with me. It's a spit in my face to go sit with Apple and not sit with me when I cover this shit every single day. They helping the business, I get it. But respect the people that's boots on the ground that's every single day covering this shit. I think there's something to be said, right? We holding the customers up around here. You see Trump go sit with the people that's covering him every day, the people that he know this is going to have a lasting effect on this person and their platform. But I want to salute the Babyface. I think that the Associated Press is 100% wrong for that. I'm glad they apologized. We got to lift Babyface up. He's one of the ones that changed the frequency of R&B music and serenaded a lot of women. That boy did his thug thizzle, you hear me? Salute the Babyface. Let's move on. Ye sat down with Justin LaBoy. Shout out to Justin LaBoy for their little thing that they do called The Download. It's like a show that they do. Number one, salute to Ye for sitting down with the people he want to sit down with. That's what I be talking about. Go sit down with the people that make the conversation move forward. Like, he done sat with this dude 4 or 5 times in the last year, because he understands that I feel comfortable. I can get my shit off. This one of the ones that understand the language. He understand how to decode this shit, or he a buffer for me, right? Sometimes people like to hire you and have you around because you're an ass kisser, and I'm allowed to always got a nigga puckering up around me, and it make me feel good. I can feed off that. Whatever the reason is, a nigga sat down with dude 4 or 5 times in the last year. So I feel as though he respect the vibration, that the frequency that dude is putting out. That's just all it gotta be. Couple things I noticed. Of course, they shot on some cameras, but they also shot this shit on cell phones. If you watching this video that I'm about to show, there's a lot of cell phones surrounding this thing. Also, let me speak about Ye going to the Grammys and his girlfriend being naked. Number one, his wife didn't show up naked. She showed up in the Yeezy nude suit, or whatever it's called, a new piece of product that is a part of his marketing campaign. That's number one. A lot of people are recognizing that she's used as a prop. But I need you guys to understand the reports that Ye got kicked out of the Grammys, Don Lemon running up to Ye after he spoken bad and said so many things about him, and Ye pushing him off and not messing with him, and all of these different things that's happening. Ye is a businessman. This was a big commercial for him. And also, I think that his wife, his new wife, is a shot at Kim. I think that he still thinks about that. I think that he wants Kim to know that that thing I done for you, I can do for anybody. That Skims thing or whatever that is, I can do that for anybody. Because I think that Kanye West feels like Kim Kardashian feels like that most of her fame, fortune, and notoriety comes from being a Kardashian, not from being a West. And Ye is so much of an ego nigga that he thinking, man, that shit come from being with me, not from around over there with them. Don't nobody else got it like you got it. You only got it like that because I gave it to you like that. You ain't get it like that because I got it like that and gave it to you like that. So now you got it like that. But don't get it mistaken. I take Kanye West to be an egomaniac to be saying what? Everything that Kim got going on design wise and all of her look and her style, that was me. And I'm going to show Kim that by making that her. She is the new Kim. I'm going to have paparazzi out on her. And I just showed y'all I can make her the most Googled person on the earth while wearing Yeezy. She's a commercial. She's a billboard for us. The reason I'm saying that is not because I'm a messy, because I'm anything but messy. And the streets have verified that. The streets have verified me anything but messy. What I'm saying is I heard Kanye West saying when he said some of the most idiotic bullshit about Kamala Harris, when he said that whatever he tweeted about Kamala Harris, he said, I don't mess with losers anymore. And those are shots at Kim, right? These are like, yo, man, come on now. I turn a loser to a winner chicken dinner. You hear me? Yeah, I take a from the bus to SunTrust. You hear me? Yeah, nah, that's how I'm giving it up. But when I heard Ye even say that about Kamala, I tell Charlamagne this all the time, dog. It's like, yo, no matter how far I get in this game, man, I got a mama that I love, right? And I believe Kanye respectfully losing his mother, he lose that voice of reason, because if I say something about Kamala Harris, my mama gonna call me, man. And I love my mama. I don't want my mama feeling like I'm on here attacking women and I'm crashing out about no mother woman when it come to online. Listen, when y'all get sent something about me, let it be me putting some game down and picking some money up. Don't have me somewhere running around chasing women around, arguing them up and down. Lord help me. You hear me? My mama gonna call me like when I be seeing certain niggas crashing out on women and being there, I be saying, ooh, bro, I got women in my life, black women that love me. See, the women that Kanye sleep with ain't black women, so they may not care about the black woman experience. If I go out here and dog a black woman, my black mama gonna call me, or the black woman I sleep with gonna be like, yeah, but people dogging her, babe. You know what I mean? They saying this, you know, and it's gonna be affecting me because these are people I love and care about. And R.I.P. to Kanye West's mom, right? I don't say that to be disrespectful. I'm saying that mama is always the foundation, the voice of reason, the pipeline, the perspective. Mama is always the backbone of a nigga common sense. When a nigga emotions is wrecked and a nigga been rage baited, mama always know best. And so when I hear niggas saying all this and that online about women, I be saying, oh, bro, how they getting away with it? How the they getting away with it? Ain't nobody black, ain't no old school woman calling them. Ain't no aunties or nothing calling them. Then what I'm thinking, I love and adore these black women that's gonna call me and put me in line. Yeah, you shouldn't have said it, but she a woman and she an older woman and she, right, come on, man, don't do me like that. And I can't do them like that. But Kanye West is running an experiment. He show up to the Grammys with his wife in a Yeezy nude suit. She the most Google person on earth. You didn't know her yesterday. Listen, man, this is a chef kiss to Kim Kardashian. I can make that meal for anybody. You hear me? Yeah, winner chicken dinner. You hear me? Yeah, it's a new one on the block. Paparazzi following around like The Rock. You hear me? Yeah, nah. Tune up, don't tune out. You hear me? But Kanye West on this interview talked about a bunch of different things. I want us to pay attention to the first clip I want to look at. Watch this.
Ted, tell me, so But the hard thing I say, like, shout out to Don C. He's been in situations where it was so hard on him because he loves me, and like it's so difficult for them because this is like a grown man. And you can't tell him. You can't take control of his bank account. You can't control what I'm saying on Twitter. But a lot of what was sending me into the episodes, and it's hard. My dad, a bunch of people said, you know, you can't leave Adidas. Why would you leave all that money? The constant feeling of not being in control spun me out of control. You up against the fashion world, still people try to come up and say, oh, you don't know couture. I'm like, none of you niggas there. Honey, let me tell you, all you fashion niggas, none of y'all, I don't see none of y'all shit on the street. I don't see y'all can't f with Yeezy. None of you niggas could f with Yeezy. The dead now they become none of you niggas fuck with Yeezy. It's Yeezy over everything. And as far as all these rappers go, Dylan. Yeah. That's it. Top 5, top 100, top 1,000, top million. Nobody did. I told you 36 ghosts. I got another 36 ghosts to go. Nobody. Y'all can play around. Don't step over the line though. Everybody, anybody, it's up for everybody. And that's I got bigger fish to fry. I got people to say. I ain't even on the rap shit. I already beat the rap shit. I ain't beat the money shit. I already beat baddest shit. I already beat the drip. So I'm not even competition. I'm not even competition with Lucian. We competition with the French bake that own 85% of Africa. How about that? While we fighting amongst each other. We in competition with Spotify, getting 500 million, said work it out amongst yourselves. Y'all ain't got shit on me. Y'all ran my name through the mud. Y'all took all that position. You gave the other my position coach. Ain't nobody king over me. Every summer there's no king. I'm the king because I'm the only one against y'all. I'm the only one that's gonna go against y'all. That's why. Easy.
Let me say whatever you want to say about Ye. One of the things that I sit back and I watch, and I say, you know, I can tell why he operates at a high level. Number one, the environment. I've always kind of envied the way that Ye is able to create these environments, because I know you can thrive in them environments. Picture me with 7 people, profound in their own right, respected in their own right, that I know is respected and I respect, but they allow me to get my shit off and beat my chest every goddamn day I wake up and I'm the greatest, and these ideas is right. That environment is going birth ideas. It's going birth technique. It's going birth innovation. And so I try to, if I was ever around Ye, that's what I would want to learn that from Ye. Get around Ye just to, yo, man, how did he create these environments, man? Imagine me with 4 or 5 niggas around me that I really respect. They mind and they shit that done their own thing. And we all together, and I'm able to just every day crank out ideas, and we build on them, and we bring them in the scene and bring them in for the drums and bring them in. And it don't take from me. No, none of this take from me. It just build me up more and more. And that's the environment you got to create. And I've always envied that about Ye. When I say I envy that about Ye, all that means is I celebrate it higher than I can understand it. Like I celebrate it in a way that I can't understand how he put it together, which you can only learn that from a jiu-jitsu mindsmith. You know, it got to be a jiu-jitsu mindsmith that you had to learn that from. Nigga can't just pick that game up like he pick everything else up. There's technique to choosing these people. There's technique to influence. And it's a lot going on that people would even let him get his shit off like that. But I'm telling you, the environments, I love the environments he creates. And so it gives you the runway and holds the space for you to operate at a high level. And if I ever get around him, I want to get around him. And that's what I want to see how to build. The music, all that's secondary. The environment enforces and drives the creative. I'm smart enough to know that. And so when I see him embrace all these different kind of people, I say, why ain't no young nigga doing that? All the brighter minds, all the niggas all the players that's putting game down. If you get all the players together, it's a bunch of money being made. Man, it's gonna be up, man. You hear me? That's what I gotta do, because it seems like I'm the only one can do it. Let's look at some more.
Episode. A lot of people like medication. Do you take medication? Does it work for you? What gets you out of? I haven't taken the medication since I found out that it wasn't bipolar. That wasn't the right diagnosis. I found out it was like autism. So how does do you feel it working, or do you just take it just to make your wife happy and she says you should take it? Like, do you believe in the medication? It's finding stuff that doesn't block the creativity. Obviously, that's what I bring to the world. You know, it's worth a ramp up. Yeah. As long as y'all get the creativity, like, you know, it's like this thing I always play on from Donda, where I say, well, you know, wild and screaming, and I say, play off the grid. Yeah, oh, I love that. Now play off the grid. No fucking chuckling and nothing, no kind of way. All right, play off the grid. That's him, like, Brick Rubens is sitting there. That's how me and Mike Dean really fell out, because I was like screaming. I was like, man, I'm a grown ass man. You screaming at me, even though I didn't know that I was really, I didn't understand that's what I was doing. Yeah, I feel like you're more passionate than anything else, but people could misunderstand. Yeah, when they scream in front of 20 people, it's a misunderstanding for sure. But I'm glad you and Mike Dean are back. You and Drake have had a long-standing beef and battle for years. Now Drake is at odds with another Gemini, Kendrick Lamar. Who do you think won that rap battle? Well, one thing is, like, with Kendrick, I was like, man, why you killed my nemesis? Where's the movies if it ain't no Drake? Yeah. For me, it's like, or at least took him down for a little bit. You know, in superhero films, like, maybe it's like one of the characters, Wolverine or something, just goes away for a couple films and stuff. I'm like, damn, man, it's like, it was really challenging for me to make Father Stretch My Hands and different things and make it work. Yeah. You know, like top 5 song ever created in life. You know, I'm like, you know, so doing the drums, bringing Metro on. Yeah, so Kendrick killed Drake. He's dead. Yeah, for now. You know, you can't ever count out Steph Curry. So that man might hit 200 points in one, you know, song or something. You know what it was? It's like Kendrick brought, like, look at the Tyler, the Creator, freestyle that he did. Like, I'm that guy, right? Yeah. We have to, you know, Drake added something to the algorithm, to our frequency. He advanced us. Future advances, and our Kendrick has now advanced the frequency. Right. So you have to, you know, it's like when Twister came out, there was rappers that didn't learn, right? But then Jay-Z learned. He did he could do it. Yeah. If you don't really learn as just a professional rapper, as a sport, what Kendrick is doing, you might be wiped. Yeah. You might be wiped out, you know. Yeah, because Kendrick's on that timing, you know, and like that, Kendrick says, fuck the big three, it's just big me. You know what, it's interesting, because even Future, different people, we just let that pass, and it was interesting, because just as men, just as kings, how would we let that idea pass? You know, I'm the greatest that ever existed, and other people, you know, they shouldn't feel that way, because I'm here. Yeah. No. But, you know, every man, you know, is going to feel that they're the number one in the game, but there's different techniques. Like, if you rap against Kendrick, you will lose. This man does this specifically. You know, on Street Fighter, you get like a Chun-Li, get a certain kick, and no matter what, you can't beat that thing. It's like, if you rap against Kendrick Lamar, like Joe Budden said, never rap against Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. If you rap against Kendrick Lamar, it's a difficult task, but perhaps it's something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm a psycho genius, so you know, it could be. Yeah. Yeah, there you have it. Do not rap against Kendrick Lamar unless you're a psycho genius like me. Unless you're a psycho genius like Ye.
You know, Ye doing his thing. He pop back out, you know what I mean, with Justin LaBoy, you know, working his 1-2, seeing what worked for him. You know, he gonna always push the envelope. He gonna be someone that if nothing else, his music is gonna be A1. One thing he know how to do is make that music. He got a cheat code with that production. But I really think the cheat code for Ye is his ability to communicate his ideas, because I think that's a real weakness for Drake. Like if Drake could speak like Ye is able to speak and able to talk his audience through what he's doing right now and how he's feeling right now, that'll be so much better. That'll change the narrative. You can change the narrative without music. You can do it through communication. You just got to be able to talk like Ye, talk like us. You got to be able to really come over here and really communicate your ideas like at a high level too, at a high click where people say, ooh, right? You got to know who to attach it to. It's so many techniques like you can put in place if you really trying to communicate your ideas. Think about it. Really sit down with some professionals, come up with and really come out and say, you know what? I'm finna talk my people through what's going on. Because without you speaking, you got weirdos create narratives that can go either way. The shit is like a crapshoot. You dig what I'm saying? In the event something ever happened with me, one thing we know, as long as God protect my brain and my creative sanity, man, I'll be able to tell y'all and walk you through how I'm gonna whoop one of these niggas. How I'm gonna whoop this system and get the money and go this way and push it up. Like I'm gonna tell you what's happening, why it's happening, when it's happening, how it happened, because I'm able to communicate my ideas. And if you're asking me, that's something that Drake lacks, right? If he's able to do that, it changes the course of conversation here today as it pertains to rap music and him and Kendrick Lamar. I really appreciate everyone that's watching right now. Hit like, hit subscribe. I'll see y'all next week. We back every week. Love y'all. Salute.
Bye.